Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20, 10, and it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, hard pass against this Cardinals defense. There's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. David Johnson currently 3rd in the league in rushing behind Ezekiel Elliott, DeMarco Murray, and 100 yards in Week 11 for him.
And his team isn't having the success that they expected this season, but David Johnson has emerged as a star, running it, catching it, and doing a much better job in pass protection, too.
You mentioned catching it. He also had a touchdown reception in addition to the 100 yards on the ground. Now it's Palmer, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jermaine Gresham there to make the grab, and the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This is Starks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete here. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Rodgers. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Complete to Janis. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Shift together here from the D-line. A run here for starts. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy, because if you let them, when they say cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beating on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
And Crosby puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Now Palmer to throw. And Gresham has it left side.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On first down here with Palmer. Incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's second down. Well, on this Thanksgiving week, some teams have some youngsters to be thankful for, don't they? A lot of rookies have really stepped up this year.
Well, Carson Wentz started from day one, even though they didn't expect him to in Philadelphia. Got his team off to a 3-0 start. They're 5-5 now, and he's getting kudos all around the league for his poise and his athletic ability. And how about Los Angeles? Jared Goff finally got his first start.
Yeah, he got his first shot, did okay. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 64 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he puts it through. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Get ready.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Blue 95. Blue 95. Mirror. Zebra.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On 1st down, it's Palmer. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They come out here in the eye.
Regular. All right, now,
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And this is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Here we go. Blue 95.
Time running out here on the play clock. They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Offense.
Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Rodgers now on 1st down. Complete, starts on the screen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw once more. His throw incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rodgers going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rodgers to throw on second down. That's caught at the 1.
Holding, offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They come up in an offset I. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. James Starks, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First down, it's Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Palmer. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They come up in an offset I. Here's Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Now Palmer on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blues 58.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field from 53 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Get ready. Blues 58.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Palmer. And able to find John Brown. And a gain there of 11 yards.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Let's go. Let's go. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there are so many weapons in this receiving corps, but I think Carson still wants to look in number 11's direction anytime he can. I would, too, with Larry's track record. Sometimes, though, that's not a high-percentage play. And sure enough, this one gets intercepted.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Here's Ellington. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now it's Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give them 18 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy, because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Throwing again here, Palmer. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run again with the starts. And he stopped immediately there. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw is Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, let's pivot for a second. Over in London, then this past Monday, the game down in Mexico City, the whole international series. What have you thought of the concept?
Well, I think the concept is a terrific one in terms of spreading the game to places that we haven't really been before and trying to get a foothold and an anchor. I think players like the cultural aspect of it of, hey, being in a different spot and, wow, these people really receive us. But let's face it, this game in Mexico City, I think the NFL wants to make it an annual, and I think that they probably will.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside, defense. Still 2nd down.
They come out here in the I. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. Now starts. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. James Starks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again, here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear Get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's only one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Palmer on first down. He finds his target, John Brown. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And we've got a dandy here, a one-point game as we begin the fourth. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And that'll be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers now on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yardage.
yardage. Okay.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's got room. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
The play clock's running down. On third down, Johnson. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. Finding Fells complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95. Hey, 50 to 50 to
Back to throw. Caught right side. Gresham. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Get ready. Regular. Mirror.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. Sally 19. Mirror.
He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Offense.
Well, going into the final play of this game,